It's a big old car day. Kruesi Originals. Dennis just walked in. Let me move my hooker coverings. I like to cover hookers. 853 heads, which are the shittiest LS heads they make. I'm gonna go sit at a grinding table for eons.
Now you can see how he gently caresses the inside of his port.
Things took a massive turn after the last time you've seen us. We went to lunch. We got drunk. Joe Stazione came into town, so I've got this small microphone and I'm going to interview a couple people. Somebody bring me that. Will you bring me that bottle of tequila? Is that legal? Are we allowed to say that? Am I supposed to have those? Okay.
God damn it.
My wife's going to be so mad at me. It's only a Thursday. It's a big old car day. Kruesi Originals, it's a big old car day because we kind of have to shut everything down and make this car thing happen really, really fast because we have a dyno appointment on the 20th of March and it is the 7th. So that's only like 13 full days, which there's weekends in there and other things going on. So Trent's underneath the car working on the ABS lines. He has to pull the exhaust and the whole exhaust tunnel to do that, the trans tunnel cover, to get the ABS lines gone, to put the new brake lines up in there. Dennis is on his way. He's gonna jump on some shit too, probably some motor stuff. I still have a whole half of another head to port. I've got most of the exhaust ports done on the last head, probably halfway done actually. I'll probably be porting the whole entire rest of the day, honestly. And I gotta get the heads done, get them to the machine shop, hopefully by the end of the day or tomorrow morning, because they'll be at the machine shop for at least a week. So our game plan is to try and get the car done, except for the heads. So when the heads come back from the machine shop, we can just bolt the heads on, then do the intake manifold, throttle body, all that shit. Dennis just walked in. There's our second set of hands. It's gonna be a long, gnarly, hard day. You can take a look here. This is what's in the car at the moment. Let me move my hooker coverings. I like to cover hookers. Motor's totally tore apart. The cam is out. Oil pump still needs to come out. We need to replace all the cam bearings. Got to put a new steering rack in it. Whole new cooling system. A lot of shit. There's a couple months worth of motor car building that we're gonna try and do in 2 days. So here we go.
We're doing car things today with Dennis Fitch. I'll be under the car. Yeah, I'll be under the car.
4 more, boys. 4 more. Yes.
I'm eating a premium beef stick here. Here's head number 1. These are 853 heads, which are the shittiest LS heads they make. First gen. These exhaust ports are about this big stock. I opened them up considerably, gasket matched them and then massaged them in and then polished them down to 800 so they're nice and smooth. Inside's as smooth as I could get it. Intake side, all I did was clean them up a little bit. They got a lot of weird casting shit inside there that looks like hell. So I opened them up very slightly, smoothed out the edges, sanded them down to like 600 so they still have a little bit of swirliness in them to suck enough air through and all that, get that atomization of fuel. When you port heads, you want the exhaust side to be polished to a mirror finish ideally, because then it creates makes it very, very hot. So you burn them excess gases more efficiently and it sucks out the old exhaust chamber more efficiently. On the intake side, you want it to be a little scratchy, a little swirly, so the wind gets swirled through there and it mixes up those fuel molecules and atomizes the fuel more efficiently, then you get a more efficient burn. When I do a Harley head, I would polish those things down to a mirror finish and then I would run a polisher through them and do all that shit. But I have 16 holes and it takes me about an hour and a half a hole. So I'm not doing that shit. I got them down to 800. They're smooth. They're pretty glossy. 100 times better than they were factory. Should be pretty nice. I've already hogged out all the exhaust ports on the other side, on the other head. I just need to sand them out now and then I hand sand them from 600 down to 800 once I run the sanding honing bit through it. I have to do the intake side completely. The intake side is less material, but it takes a whole lot longer because you can't just like hog the thing. You gotta like brace your hand and then you're just like painting. You're lightly just wisping away a millithousandths at a time. It's just brushing away. If you get aggressive with it, it goes and it shatters and you want a smooth, easy finish. Dennis is gonna jack up the motor, undo the motor mounts. We're gonna pull the oil pan. Just to clean the oil pan, anytime you do a motor build of any kind like this, on anything, You should pull the oil pan, clean it out, just to make sure there's no shit, no debris, no pieces, nothing like that. He's gonna put the oil pump in. Trent's underneath, fixing up brake lines, fancy brake lines, which we got from Fastline. Man, some really nice customer service from those guys. They even wrote me a nice little letter, nice handwritten thank you letter, and good choice on the blue lines, and really, really high quality. Really, really impressed with that company. Not sponsoring us, not giving us any discounts. I just looked them up and found them and bought it. Also, big announcements. April 6th, Bike Week. We got some pretty big vendors signed up. Unknown Industries being one of those vendors. They are official. They will be at our Bike Week event. Come buy some merch from them, come meet some boys, hang out. Will be a really good time. We got a whole bunch of other hitters coming out. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna go sit at a grinding table for eons. Still eating this meat stick. This is my humble porting station. This is what I use. This guy, I've got 3 other different sizes over my little toolkit. Irish Spring soap. Irish Spring keeps the burrs from getting loaded up with aluminum. Some people use grease, some people use oil, all that other shit. All that shit makes everything gooey and oily and sticky and gross. Irish Spring doesn't load up and it stays dry the whole time. It also doesn't melt down, so your shit stays clean, stays dry, and you don't have any buildup of anything to clean. Irish Spring is the best. And it's an Irish Spring. It smells beautiful. I hooked the vacuum up to the back of the port on the backside, so as I'm working, I just hit the vacuum and whoop, suck it out. Then this guy got these little sanding discs going there, and this is what you go through after you've taken the material out. This is what you smooth it all out with. And then on the exhaust side, I cut little squares and wrap them around my finger, and I just finger blast the shit out of it. Sometimes you get 2 in there. It's a bitch. My hands hurt. It smells like the most beautiful candle you've ever burned in your house ever.
Taking a snack break. While he's distracted. And we're getting the rear lines routed up away from like the axle and all the articulating suspension components back here, so nothing gets pinched. And we also got to keep it away from the exhaust so it doesn't get too hot and cook your brakes, or cook the brake fluid, I should say. Dennis is down there doing his magical thing with routing lines. We'll let you know when it's done. Now you can see how he gently caresses the inside of his ports, so gingerly and gentle. You want to take a little bit off at a time so you don't overdo it. With his nice professional touch, he gets in there and smooths the surface.
Oh man. Here we are running Kruesi. We have a real hardcore Phoenix storm going on right now. It sounds like God is screaming at us. The earth is clapping, cheeks are slapping up there. It is coming down. Lightning is blowing all around us. It is thunderclapping like you wouldn't believe. It shook the whole building a second ago. But I'm still in the sanding process. I'm about the old sanding rod process, and then I got to get to hand sanding after that. But I'm like maybe halfway done. And it is 12 o'clock. Son of a bitch, really? I got an hour and a half into halfway sanding this, just the exhaust side, and then man, I'll be here all day, and probably tomorrow. That's why it's expensive to get your heads ported when you send them out, because son of a bitch, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Yep, they're working on the ABS lines. How far along are you guys over there?
Everything's routed and tied
Just about buttoned up now.
So I'm going to get back to sanding for probably, I'm going to try and get these like first stage sanded, and then I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm going to come back and hand sand the shit out of them, which that's the part my hands are really looking forward to. I almost can't even open this right one anymore.
Okay, so Dennis just about finished buttoning up the rear line, so getting everything away from all the components and hot stuff. We're gonna finalize the rear, get that all set up, get all the zip ties cut nice and clean. Put the torque tube cover plate, I don't know what to call it, back on, and then go up to the front. So yeah, we're moving along. There's like 20, 25 bolts down here that hold the plate over the torque tube, and I'm just putting them all in one by one. Oh, Dennis is about to drain the oil out of this thing. Let's see how much of a mess he makes.
1 o'clock, man, time flies when you're not having that much fun doing this shit. I don't know, I'm like 3 hours into it. I have the exhaust ports rough sanded in right now. We're gonna go to lunch, and then I gotta come back and finger sand them to a polish, and then start on the intake side. Had a long ways to go, but they do look really, really good. I did do a really, really good job. Turned out much nicer. I got a little bit of a rhythm to it this time. I got this side done in probably 6 hours, I would say, compared to the other side probably took me 8, maybe. I don't even know. Long, long goddamn time. I think they've got most of the brake lines in. Oh God. We're going to go to lunch. We'll be back. I'm beat. This shit sucks. It's brutal work. My hand hurts. But we're moving along. Check them out. They look beautiful. Hi, I'm Ryan Kruesi with Ryan Talk. No, that's not it. June says Ryan Talk's not it. What could it be? Ryan Kruesi here with...
You can do on one. You can be on one with Ryan Kruesi, remember?
Oh, I'm on one right now. Back with On One with Ryan Kruesi.
There it is.
So, things took a massive turn after the last time you've seen us. We went to lunch. We got drunk. Joe Stazione came into town, one of my favorite people on the planet. You may know him from Throttle Therapy and one of the greatest podcasts that we've had on our podcasting things. He's here to hang out with us and coax me into drinking more today. He's on his second beer. I'm on my 7th beer. We're here to interview a couple people. We've got Joe in the house, Dennis, this foreign named Tyler over here. He just moved from Canada. He comes from a part of Canada where they actually speak English. Who'd have thought? We've got Cameron from Gnarly's Garage. He's recently been displaced, so maybe we're looking for a new home for him. We don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. So we were at the Flamingo drinking Mai Tais when we got the call. It was actually Singapore Slings, but they don't make those anymore. They're hard to find these days. So I've got this small microphone, and I'm going to interview a couple people. Are you guys ready for this? Once I start singing into this microphone, there'll be plenty of music. Devil's Plaything. Nope, June says no. All right, we're going to talk to Tyler over here.
What was your?
No, I'm just kidding. This guy doesn't even speak English. I thought I'd get more from the mustache.
Is your mic still on? Do you still have
I don't know.
do you still have a blue light?
It's a blue light special. I'm Vic Romano here with a blue light special. Actually, get down to... Okay, are you guys ready to get serious? I want to talk to you about stray pets. You know, some people have stray pets and dogs that bark all night long. I think we should be able to beat the people that own those dogs that bark all night long. Like my neighbors who leave their dog in their backyard and it goes woof, woof, woof all night long. I believe that legally I should be able to go over to their house and stomp the living out of them. Maybe let the dog watch so the dog knows that I care about this dog. And I believe that, you know, hey, man, you've been out here barking all this time, pissing me off while I'm trying to sleep. It ain't your fault. It's this motherfucker's fault. That's a local message brought to you from Kruesi Originals. You know, I just want to tell you guys, shut your fucking dog up.
Shut that dog up.
Do you have a neighbor that has a barking dog? And, you know, maybe he's keeping you up at night and you got to be up for work at 4 in the morning. Your wife, she's a real hardcore motherfucker and she makes you get up to go to the gym at 4 in the morning. But that dog's barking all night long.
Shut that dog up.
Baseball bat.
Eat that thing.
That's right. Not the dog. The motherfucker owns the dog.
Do what you gotta do.
Go pet the dog. Give the dog a couple treats. Whoop that motherfucker's ass with a baseball bat.
Eat that.
That's right. Try Jesus, but don't try me because I throw hands. Try Jesus, but don't try me.
It wasn't the camera, it was just dead.
Do we need to have our microphones on?
No, I have a microphone for us right here.
Aha. Closer to the shaft, huh? Yeah. I'll just talk to it right here.
Hello, I'm Ryan Kruesi, and welcome back to another episode of Agenda Neutral. This one is a bit of a subcategory of things together. It's also a mix between Agenda Neutral and On a Good One with Kruesi, a traditional, more substandard, sublingual version of podcasting with Kruesi and friends. First, I'm going to start off with Trent because Trent works here and he's always here, and he's with me at the moment next to me. How you doing, Trent?
Well, I'm doing damn good. How about yourself, Ryan?
Coincidentally, I'm on a good one. We've had some friends come into town. We was working on a Corvette today, and then we decided that let's go get some lunch. And we went to lunch, and, you know, maybe I'll let Trent explain what happened from there.
I think we got pretty drunk, Ryan.
We sure as shit did. So on to our first guest. We're going to bring in one of these foreign over here. I think we'll start out with our friend Tyler. He's from a strange, faraway country called Canada. Our first guest's name is Tyler. He's from a little country called Canada. They're just north of the Philippines. They produce such goods as sheep wool, oil, poutine. What's that one shit you guys make up there? Potash. You guys make a lot of potash up there. So to start this off, you have to take a shot.
Oh, boy.
This is actually...
America.
That's actually Mexican liquor right there. But what does he know? He's from Canada. Now that we've got this thing going here, have yourself another one. Are you ready?
We.
Your English is pretty good, at least.
Gracias.
So Tyler here, he's an older gentleman from the Canadian regions. And this f***ing guy is older than me. I feel like he looks younger than me, which makes me feel a little bit insecure at the moment. But I do need to shave because the gray is showing through. I feel like there's too much gray because my dick's so huge. But other than that, this could be another situation. But what we need to talk about is, you've been stunt riding for how many years?
Long time.
I do want to seriously know about the stunt riding.
Do I look at the mic or what? Okay.
Just talking to it.
I've been stunt riding since like 2002.
Horrible interview from this guy. 2002. This motherfucker used to stunt ride with the Hebrews. He's so old. You guys know what a high chair is? He used to do it on a camel just outside of Bethlehem. Next interview. You're fired. Somebody bring me that. Will you bring me that bottle of tequila? Why couldn't you wait until later?
No, that's how you keep it clean, bro.
Yeah,
You
keep them
wear
on
it
their
tomorrow.
toes, you know?
Mechanic
All right.
shit. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know about this mechanic shit.
right.
Yeah, the city just shut him down.
Okay, here you go.
This thing smells, dude. It's like a scratch and sniff.
That's just his dick. It smells like cheese. Not the good cheese. More like butter cheese. Or cheese that is made from goat's milk. If you've ever had goat's milk cheese, it smells like something you wound home with on a Sunday night from the local pub that you drank too much at. She might have been, but hell, it was a Sunday night, so let's see what we can do. Our next guest is Cameron. He's from Gnarly's Garage here in Phoenix, Arizona. Cameron, hey, take a shot.
Yeah.
All right, now we're ready to start this interview. You better have a shot of tequila.
Right on, dude.
Glad I'm not taking it.
Jesus, that's...
My wife would divorce me before this interview was over. We're going to start off with saying, where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Nobody cares. How long you been in the motorcycle world? Wait a second. You know what? Cameron does a little bit of stunt riding. I'm going to tell a little backstory. So I saw this kid some time ago. You came into town, went to MMI, come knocking on our door, asked for a job. I said, I'm not hiring you. But he stayed persistent, and he did get a job in the motorcycle industry, working for a good dude who I know, and he's a good guy, and he's a good mechanic. And then you started stunt riding. You weren't good.
I was not.
But then you stuck with it, and now you are.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, you know what?
Appreciate it.
Bullshit aside, you are doing really well.
Here, can I hold it?
No, get your get your fucking hands off my microphone. Tell me, you know what? Synapsis. Give me a synopsis of your stunt riding life in the world, because I feel like you went from shit wheelies to scraping. You got hand drags recently.
Yeah.
Hand drags, knee knocks,
Yeah.
little combo.
Yeah. Just, don't move to, just live up there. That. Thanks, Ryan.
We'll probably have to edit out everything that Cameron just said because it was politically incorrect in more ways than I can assumptiate. But we'll get back. Let me ask him another question.
Worked at Naylor.
I wonder how everybody's ruining my funny moment of silence in the background. Have you ever had a threesome?
Yeah, it was me and these two other dudes, man. And let me tell you what, it was a
Fucking fired. Next interview. Is that legal? Are we allowed to say that? Am I supposed to have those? No, don't pull it. Don't they're real. All right, up next, I'm going to bring another one of these foreign up here. Not yet, Dennis. Thomas. You guys got to be quiet back there. This is a serious interview. Okay, now, next to me, I have a foreign friend of mine. You may understand that he has an accent, so it might be hard for to understand what he's saying, so we'll put some hieroglyphics down at the bottom so you guys can understand what's going on. This is Thomas. He just started working for us. He translated out here from where?
Minnesota.
Oh, it's quitting time by the sound of the bell back there. So, Thomas, what'd you do before this?
Before I moved here, I worked at a shop back home, and before that, I was a sheet metal worker.
This isn't going as well as I thought it would. I was hoping for A's and things, because he's from up deep north. He's actually sounds more Canadian than our Canadian friends most of the time, and the accent brings much joy to my heart every time he speaks around the shop. When I ask him, "Hey, Thomas, what are you doing?" He goes, "Well, I'm boot to do this." I'm like, this guy's a perfect fit, man. How long you been into Harley Davidsons?
I've been into Harley Davidsons for 4 years now. I bought my first one on accident. Came home, I told my mom I was buying a bike, and she thought I was coming home on a crotch rocket, and I came home on a 17 Road Glide and took her for a ride, and that's what started Harleys.
So you started out with some self-respect.
On accident.
On accident. Most people don't. Most people go the wrong way. I'd ask Thomas to have a shot with me, but he's a straight-laced motherfucker, and he don't get down like that. Which also makes him a very good employee. Coincidentally. All right, get the out of here. You're fired. I'm bringing Dennis from the frozen north of, I don't know, where is it, Ontario?
It's a shithole.
Okay, so first I want to get a little bit of Canadian in there. You're from Ontario. Where the is Ontario?
Close to Detroit and Minnesota and Michigan.
So like Central America, Middle America, north of it?
Kind of. A little bit east, but yeah.
Dennis has zero Canadian accent, which is strange to me because Thomas has one hell of a Canadian accent. It only pitches through from time to time. It's just enough to really make him endearing. Dennis, on the other hand, is American as it gets. How did you come to speak our language so well?
Spent a lot of time here, and I want to avoid any of the Canadian communication. I don't want to sound like I'm Canadian at all.
Why?
Because they sound like they were.
You can't say that.
Okay,
The part that was just edited. Dennis is so American, he showed up with an American tattoo on his hand already. Let me contemplate this for a moment. I feel like it says a lot about our country, on a serious note. Canada they have a good economy. They don't? No. Everybody I know in Canada makes a lot of money.
Absolutely no. The government makes a lot of money. They pay the government a lot of money.
How much do they take?
67% of every dollar you make in Canada goes back to your government.
Socialism, everybody.
Socialism. Sign yourself up.
Think that one through.
Free healthcare.
Next guest. I'm just kidding. Dennis has been helping me with my Corvette a lot. And honestly, if it wasn't for Dennis, my Corvette would be right now because he has a lot more car knowledge than I have. I worked on cars for a lot, but I was more of a service, put a transmission in, bolt it together sort of car mechanic. But I did build a lot of drift cars for myself. But was I doing it right? I was doing it Japanese style. I've never worked on an American V8 or an American car in my life, honestly. So he's helping me build my Corvette right now. And this is just really a big thank you to Dennis for helping me get the Corvette together. And he also has a very nice
BMW.
Wife.
Wife.
Wife's not what we were looking for, but he does have a very nice wife who hangs out in the garage and is very supportive and is really awesome. But you got an E90.
I do have an E90 335i. It's fun. It's got a handbrake and stuff in it. We'll be putting an angle kit in it in the next week or so.
Probably this weekend.
Ryan already welded the diff, so we're dialed that way. Just need a little bit of track time. Get her dialed.
It's 400 wheel horsepower twin turbo of 335i. She's pretty dialed.
It is pretty dialed.
We will be out burning tires and lighting fires, and, I got nothing else. Next guest. Peace. Good work. Wait, sit down. Sit down, Dennis.
You gotta take a shot. Dude, shut up. I was almost out of here.
Before we end this interview, Dennis needs to have a shot of this fine Hispanic liquor.
You're gonna have one with me?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I will.
All right, let's go. That's damn good tequila.
It is really good tequila.
It is really good.
Ooh, shit. So I bought that. That's a $178 bottle of tequila. It's this. You can turn it up down and fill this thing full of a shot. It's like sucking a shot out of a nipple, and if that it just like squirting liquor out of a nipple is just slow and horrible, and it sounds terrible. But it's not the way I want to suck a nipple. But anyways, we bought that bottle for the very first Coast to Coast Foundation giveaway that we did, and we did it live. And what's out of there, I drank by myself. No one else drank it with me. I just got hammered on a Coast to Coast live giveaway, and it was a good time. And that's what's left. On to our next guest. We get drunk, stay out of fights. Who should I call up next? You think Kim be game? Are we still recording, Jin? I thought I was done with all these foreign but it turns out there's one more foreign in the house. We're going to bring up Kimberly. Kim? She's a female, and they tend to be intimidated by such times like this.
Oh, I need beer for doing that bullshit.
I got a shot for you. Used to be, we had a lot of fun in this old hangout.
You actually draw a pretty good penis.
Get stoned at the jukebox, stay out of fight. Just been used to tracing mine.
I knew that was.
Ever been used?
Little thicker at the base, though, but holy shit, I have a bottle opener over there? No, it's never been used. Wow. Didn't even know that was there, to be honest with you. Well, this is a very special occasion. We actually have our very first female guest. Maybe not. We had Delacruz. But this is a different situation. That was more of an interview. This is more of a regular old agenda-neutral podcast with Ryan Kruesi. Substandard linguist on a good one with Kruesi. He does have a pretty fine ass on him. Have you seen the shaft on this fucking guy over here? It's about the size of a small dick. But anyways, Kim, where are you from?
Here. Not Canada. Please.
She's from here. I coincidentally am not. I am from Oregon, and what's the date today? It's the 7th. On the 23rd of March, it will have been 15 years I have lived in Arizona. How long have you been in Arizona?
2 years.
2 years? No shit.
2 years in January.
Couple months ago. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. You too.
This is Dennis's wife. Now, I would say, as far as good women goes, they don't get much better than this, because we spend a lot of time in Dennis's garage doing car shit, while poor Kim just hangs out and watches us do car shit, just like a trooper the whole time. She's like, and there's also, he has a 55-inch television on there where Supernatural is playing consistently, and if anybody knows, I'm a Supernatural fan. Also, how long have you been watching Supernatural?
Since the day it came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Smallville?
Yeah. I actually had the DVDs until we moved here. I'm a closet nerd.
Me too, hardcore nerd. I got the DVD collection, and I have one newspaper from Smallville, and I have the yearbook from Smallville High, class of 2010. We are that old. We are that old. But you also ride a motorcycle. What do you got?
I had a dyno.
And
And an F4i, but nobody likes to talk about that one.
It's a pretty nice bike.
It is a beautiful bike.
She rides motorcycles. She hangs out in the garage with dudes. She watches Supernatural and Smallville. She's got my vote. State Representative 2024 Arizona. Next guest. Wait!
Oh, it's so close.
She likes tequila. Don't let her bullshit.
Look at she's like,
Don't
oh
let her
no,
bullshit.
but then she's saying,
enjoy
get
it?
it right. Get it right. Oh no.
If you can't tell by them blonde bangs, she's got a little bit of Mexican in her. If she don't, she's about to.
Yeah, that's the native part.
That's the native. Native is what? Is that what they call them in Canada? There's got to be a politically correct word. They call it indigenous. She's an indigenous person. What indigenous person are you?
Chippewa.
Oh, my baby, she's a Chippewa. Half Cherokee and Chippewa. She's a one of a kind. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no. Cheers. Thank you.
The thing is, I got to keep taking shots. Used to be we had a lot of fun in this old hangout. Probably not going to work tomorrow. Get the fuck out of here, Kim.
Look at make a different face. Fix your face, Ryan.
I got one last important guest.
I ain't doing no
Nah, off, Joe. I've been over sitting here. I've been riding this horse this whole time.
riding the horse. You want me to get on the donkey?
This is the best tequila you'll ever have, yes. So,
No, it's smooth. Just like this shaft next to you.
about as smooth as this carbon copy dick over here. This is the main attraction, and we've been waiting for. Hello, I'm Ryan Kruesi, and this is Liquor Stories.
This is on one with cruising.
Yeah, well, this is Crying Roosie with Liquor Stories. See if did that one perfect. So, this is the guest that I've been waiting for. One of my oldest friends in Arizona. One of my oldest friends. He married me. Not me and him getting married together, but he married me and my wife. Not the two of us. That wasn't a three-way or anything weird, but he married us.
I performed the nuptials.
Yeah, he performed for us. But it wasn't like we all f***ed and shit like that. It was more like we got married and he did the ceremony. That's what it was. He was the ceremonial consultant at our wedding.
I am an ordained minister. I'm a man of the cloth, Ryan. I'm clergy.
By the cloth, he means zigzags. So anyways, I've known Joe for a long time. We go way back. How many years now?
I'd say about 12 years.
Probably. I'd say I've been in business for 10, and I've known you since I left NASI. Went into business in 2013 for myself.
So 10 years then, yeah.
Minimum, at least. For all you don't know, I might have been in a motorcycle club at one time in my life, long time ago. A little bit of something here and there, and Joe also himself at one time or another. And we knew each other through that world, and I worked at NASI, but I worked on the homies' bikes out the garage, like the boys in the different worlds and different things. And I got to know people that way. And I lived down the street from your VP, right?
Yep.
So I lived down the street from him, and we got to know each other, I think, through Clint. Is that how we met?
Yeah.
And then I started working on your bike.
You have to share the microphone.
I'm going to share the microphone, but I'm talking right now, June. Get off my goddamn back.
You used to give me bad advice to do to my bike, like plasti dip the motherfucker.
Hey, man. I was trying to make some moves, motherfucker. I didn't know which way to go. I mean, I couldn't afford a paint job, so
You have $50 plasti dip the whole bagger.
Yeah, but it worked.
It did.
Yeah,
Until
so
the gas got on it.
Oh, yeah, it was the gas would just melt the plasti dip right off. So plasti dip was a thing in the early 2000s. Like, everybody's plasti dip and everything. I was like, shit, let's plasti dip some bikes, because that was cheap and easy. So we plasti dip our bikes, and then once you spill a little gas, it was
It bubble up. So I had a flat black and gloss black motorcycle because you told me to plasti dip it.
But it looked good.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, for like a minute. I had a white one. It was all done up with all the shit. I was in calendars riding really shitty power wheelies on that that plasti dip shit on it, and it was dialed.
I have the video.
Yes.
That I told you about earlier. One of the first Ryan Kruesi wheelie videos coming out of your old development.
Yeah.
On that plasti dip white bike. And that turned into what? That was Pussy Magneto, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, so that thing went from like a blue 100th anniversary to I wrapped it in satin black wrap, which is a nightmare. If you've ever wrapped a motorcycle, don't think you're going to. Don't even try it. And then I plasti dipped it flat white and gold. I had gold powder coated accents and it was flat white. And then it was powder coated titanium.
Purple too, right?
And purple. It was all HKS colors, all HKS JDM roots there. And then it went to full paint job. Steve-O painted it. It was a Pusue Magneto. After that, and then she's long gone now, which, man, if I get my hands on that bike again, would I want to get it back? Nah, probably not. No.
I saw it around last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I think Sturgis I saw that one.
Who's got the pussy magnet now? Anybody? I mean, let me know where it's at.
Don't Google that.
Yeah, don't Google it. Something's gonna come up that Google it right now. Let's see what comes up. Actually, I want to see what Pusue Magneto brings up on the mother. What is a pussy magnet? I feel like it might just bring up my face.
That's definitely not what we're looking for.
I mean, that's not bad. Me and Joe used to work out together
Back in the day.
Remember
that roller thing? We almost both threw up. Remember we did that? Couldn't even like laugh for a while.
Oh, I forgot about that workout. I gotta show that to Frank. I've been Frank up, dude, at the gym. Yo, 45-pound plates on a regular old bench press bar. Sit on your knees and roll that motherfucker out as far as you can stretch, and then bring that thing back about 20 times. Try that out. See how tough you are.
God, you won't be able to laugh for a week.
No. Seriously. So what are you doing now? Anyways, let's get to that. Let's get to brass tacks.
A lot of testosterone. What do you mean, what am I doing? What the marijuana and hate.
I don't mean working out. I mean in life.
Oh, man, right now, honestly, with everything, and a lot of people that have seen our podcast, stuff like that, know the stuff I've done, kind of getting away from a lot of the other stuff and concentrating on me. Me, motorcycles, paint, and just building cool shit, man.
I seen the bike. It's dope. You have two now. M8 and a twin cam.
Yes.
How many miles are on that twin cam? Not the motor, the bike.
On the twin cam, on the frame alone, I probably have... I bought it at 20,000. I always said I'd retire it at 120 because I mean I did 100,000 miles in charity work on that motorcycle. I think that I blew it up at 110.
I'm gonna throw a bottle at you guys if you don't shut the up.
Want another beer?
Jesus Christ! I'm filming a goddamn video over here. This is a heart-to-heart video of interviews, and you foreign-ass motherfuckers are just talking away over there. No respect for the American culture over here. Shut the fuck up. Back to you, Joe.
So the original 88 and that one we rebuilt at 75,000. Blew it up at 110. Literally blew a 6-inch hole in the case.
I saw that. It was impressive. Did the crank explode?
Yeah, it did. The connecting rod blew right through the bottom of the case and like blew the connection off, and it's all looks like a noodle. So I still have the bottom end and the both pistons. Blew it up at 110.
We'll just wait for you guys to stop talking. Don't worry.
It's us, not the compressor, for sure.
Blew up the motor at 110. Put a 103 in it, 15 103, and then just recently redid the entire thing frame off build.
Okay. Let's do some shots.
Why do I have more than you?
Because I don't want to drink that much.
Well, neither do I. I have to ride that thing out front.
But you're my guest.
Love you.
Love you, Joe. Okay.
God damn it.
My wife's going to be so mad at me. It's only a Thursday. Hey, you know what? I'm going to end this lavish, what's a good word for this? It's agenda neutral. Means we don't have any agenda, and we're neutral on everything. And moving forward, I am drunk and eat shit. It's Thursday. We're going home. This is Kruesi Originals. This has been a podcast with a camera, friends, and liquor. Welcome to good times with a bunch of fun people.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Like and subscribe and tell a couple of friends, everybody. Do you need my assistance? That's it. It's over. That was magical. Thank you, everyone. I believe we just made golden YouTube glory.